If you enjoy the video, please consider subscribing to the channel, and if you do, we'll finally have a feast in St. Olga. I woke up on a coast today, found a friendly fisherman. I woke up to find a place forgotten to time, a place not talked about. I woke up on the lost coast. So Lost Coast is kind of not a part of the beta, but it kind of is. Valve did say that the Lost Coast was going to be a part of the Highway 17 chapter, but was cut. But if it was cut, why can't we find a map of it in the 2003 leaks? It's strange. It might be that this level was implemented, constructed and cut after the 2003 leak happened. To fill you in on the backstory, Lost Coast was released in late 2005 to showcase the Source Engine's graphical fidelity, show how it can handle HDR lighting. Spoiler alert, it handles it very, very well. Now the maps today we'll be looking at are of two kinds. The first few maps I'll show you are mock-ups of what the map looked like in 2004, before the demo's release. Later maps are actual test maps that Valve made. Before I go any further, I would like to thank Jaycie Ewald for uploading this map pack and sharing it with all of us. A link to their website will be in the description. The website also lists a few words from Mark Laidlaw and Ruffvan, two people that worked on Half-Life 2. By Mark's account, the Lost Coast was a test map for the developers to test the game's engine. It was built to see how much they can stress the engine before it breaks. That's why the Lost Coast's map looks so much detailed than most of the other maps in the retail game. Apart from that, he says that the map was also used to check and develop the way NPC would follow up on interrupted dialogue. Sort of like how it is done in modern games. For example, like someone speaking, but something interrupts them and they'll stop speaking. But then they will continue by saying a line like, "as I was saying," and then the line would start from the point where it was interrupted. Kind of like how they do it in Red Dead Redemption 2. Mark says it wasn't really necessary to build that system for the game, so the actual dialogue system is loosely based on this interruption continue mechanism. Ruffvan, on the other hand, says that the Lost Coast was originally an idea, but nobody ever got to a point where they did actual construction for it. Remember, he's talking about pre-release Lost Coast, not the one we have on Steam right now. One thing of note from Ruffvan's words are that he mentions that the facial animation technology used in Lost Coast for the fishermen is the same technology that they would later go on to use in Team Fortress 2, which was kind of neat to know, like how one little demo affected a huge game like Team Fortress 2. Now for the mock-up maps, there isn't much to say honestly. A few things of interest is how the maps begin. In the first one, the fisherman comes and picks us up and takes us to the entrance of the cliff. In the second map, we take a long walk with the fisherman and reach the cliff's entrance. In the third one, there's this raft you take to the fisherman, who then takes us to the cliff. There's also this hook puzzle, very primitive. Just take the hook and hook it up on the bigger hook. Those are a lot of hooks. Lastly, there's this whole different area right in front of the cliff across the water. It's nothing special, but it was interesting to see that the whole area was so different. For the rest of it, it's the same Lost Coast we all know at this point. Eliminate the Combine, destroys a combine zombie gun, shoot down the helicopter, and you're done. One thing to note is that the starting of these three maps, the one with the fisherman picking us up and the raft and the long walk, these are all actual ideas that Valve had. Now on to the test maps. 2 of them are playable while the others are just flybys. And to say that this map is beautifully designed would be an understatement. While looking at these, I got such an odd sense of nostalgia. The warmth felt because of the HDR lighting made me reminisce the old days for some reason. It triggered something in my mind. It reminded me of days when I would wish I could run Half-Life 2 on the highest graphical settings, back when getting 30 FPS on a game like this was a dream come true. But look how far we have come. Technology has advanced so much that even the weakest computer of modern times can run this game at max settings. I would have never imagined that one day I would be enabling 8x anti-aliasing in Half-Life 2, but I can now. But I miss the old days of childhood curiosity and wonder, back when I could only imagine how good the game might look on max settings. These maps are a testament to the fact that Source was no joke. The Source engine was a powerhouse that was almost future-proof. For a demo map made in 2004, it is absolutely breathtaking. Now let's look at something very strange but unique. This map. I don't know why, but this map felt kind of off. Not in a negative sense, but I felt as if I'm not in Half-Life 2's world anymore. First I did a flyby of the place to see how big it was, and it was big. When I got to ground level, I noticed that this map is actually made of different parts of retail maps. The first area was like that arena where we fight the Antlion Guard, then a bit of Highway 17, Then this area was new though, with a lighthouse at the end, but the lighthouse was inaccessible. I loved every bit of this map. Felt like traveling through space and time through a place that never existed, a map that never saw the light of day. There's just something about oceans and seas in video games that just gets me. Seeing it go on for miles, never-ending body of water. The Lost Coast, however unknown it remains, is an important map, primarily for what it did for Team Fortress 2's facial animation system and the HDR tech implemented into the Source engine itself. It's not a long game/demo, but I love it. It's like my own little sanctuary where I could go to any time and just relax. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.